Welcome to the CAC series on animal behavior. This is the chapter on play behavior. When watching this video, how would we describe what the animals are doing? It's probably pretty obvious to us that they are playing. But how do we know that? Play is a behavior that we may easily recognize, but the definition can be really difficult to describe and explain. We may recognize play because it often involves behaviors from a different context, such as courtship or aggression, but to a less intense degree, like these elephants play fighting. More specifically, the scientist Gordon Burkhardt developed a standardized criteria to recognize play. They include: the behavior does not contribute to the current survival, the behavior can be described as spontaneous, voluntary, intentional, pleasurable, and/or reinforcing. The behavioral components are used out of context, either structurally or temporally, such as an animal performing a courtship display out of order or before the animal has reached reproductive age. The behaviors are performed repeatedly in a similar form, and the behavior occurs when an animal is well-fed, healthy, and not under stress. Different kinds of play include solitary play, social play, object play, which involves the interaction with an object, and locomotor play, which is non-directed, purposeless movement. It is important to remember that these types of play are not mutually exclusive, so an animal may be performing more than one kind of play at a time. For instance, these belugas passing a leaf back and forth are performing both social play and object play, while this beluga is performing solitary play that is locomotor in nature. Now that we understand how to categorize play, we may begin to ask if there is any purpose of play. We would assume that there must be some sort of benefit to play, since there are many potential costs, such as risk of injury, increased use of energy, and risk of predation due to decreased vigilance or watchfulness. So what are the benefits of play? Play is often defined as a seemingly purposeless behavior with no immediate survival value. Nevertheless, scientists have various hypotheses about the adaptive value of play in the long term. For example, play is believed to help establish social relationships, build strength, and facilitate the practice and improvement of adult behaviors. For instance, these chimpanzees are likely building social bonds. This chimpanzee swinging on the vine is building strength. And this little guy is practicing his dominance display. Maybe one day he'll be able to perform the behavior convincingly as an adult male, like this one. Even with just these few examples, we can already begin to see that play is a lot more complicated than it may initially seem. By understanding how to recognize and categorize play, as well as the proposed adaptive value of these behaviors, the simple act of having fun doesn't seem so simple anymore.